mining near the load to absorb locally generated energy. So I think this might machine, I think folks are going to mine Bitcoin across the globe and to monetize that excess for energy that will be wasted. All right, final news item here. Paolo Arduino, CEO of Tether, today gave an updated graph showing that Tether is now number 17 as one of the largest holders in U.S. debt. He says $1.5 billion of U.S. Treasuries is now the 17th largest holder of U.S. debt, passing also South Korea. He says Brazil might happen. So guys, we're going to see more stable companies make this list over time.
Why did you grab a mouse?
Tether certainly has a large lead, but I think
I told you.
could be next.
Stop touching stuff.
JP Morgan or Citi and so forth. They launched a stablecoin. They've already got a lot of U.S. Treasuries and things that are doing with the U.S. debt and so forth. And you can back that there's stablecoins, so they get easy pop up on this list. But we are in another Bretton Woods moment. This is pretty incredible stuff. It's mind-blowing.
Nice and cold outside. Cold front came in.
Renegotiating these countries because we're not as reliant or needy of them to hold our treasuries, right? So Japan right now is the leader, and then United Kingdom and then China. So China has the lead as far as the amount of U.S. debt they're holding. So you understand the whole currency setup and the issuing of debt and other countries holding our debt and so forth, and how that helps the United States and the U.S. dollar. You do your research on that, and you'll figure out why. The moment that we live in and what's happening with stablecoins and tariffs and so forth is another massive change. And it's incredible. It is incredible what's taking place. Folks, that's the news. Well, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. If you appreciated this content, please support the podcast by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It is 100% free on Substack. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. And my course at mycryptocourse.com. Folks, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto Podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on podcast platforms such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, I am back home in the United States. Of course, the past 3 or 4 days I was in Prague in the Czech Republic for a Trezor's event. Pretty launched a new Trezor Safe 7, so good to be back in my home studio with proper camera and mic. So apologies about the quality over the past few days, but that's how it is when you're recording in a hotel room. But folks, we've got lots of big news to cover. I would like to start with the price of Bitcoin because they're still chopping Bitcoin at the time of recording at $110,000. We still got to give this some time, folks. We continue to see the chop and the volatility. So, I think the market is still recovering from that October 13th dump and manipulation, what we saw with Trump announcing, the tariffs again, and then a whale took a massive short out. So we really got to let the dust settle here. One of the things I've been sharing that's a good sign is that on the daily chart, the bears will see momentum. So it looks like this is going to flip green soon, and we'll see where it takes us, right? I do believe we're still in a bull market based on different macro factors. I've been stating them a lot, and of course, I've been putting them in my newsletter, so be sure you check that out. The RSI and the daily chart also moving away from the oversold zone. At the higher time frames, the weekly shows the bears are still in control here, so again, got to give it more time. From the monthly standpoint, it's same as what we've been covering over the past month. Despite the huge volatility, the monthly chart shows that bulls are still in control here. So this is certainly a big factor as to why I think the bull market's not over. I want to highlight something here from Crypto Currently, who gave 3 scenarios. And often on this podcast, I give scenarios, right? I know a lot of people want certain things. They want you to tell them definitively that this is going up or definitively this is going down, but no one has a crystal ball. But as investors, we're looking at different data points and the facts and not getting emotional and looking at the different scenarios and which has the higher probability of playing out. That's how you got to view a probability, right? Because there is a bearish scenario, there is a bullish scenario. So he highlighted on a chart here, specifically for Bitcoin, that a final push is possible that will take us near 150, and then a full reset, which is likely, which will take us to over 150, and then
I go buy more
that's one unlikely scenario. So he says here, it's time to update this Bitcoin chart. There's many out there that are convinced the cycle is over and have sold everything. There's also many out there that are convinced it's not over and are fully allocated. I don't believe the cycle is over, but I'm also prepared for the unlikely scenario that it is. So again, you look at the different scenarios, right, based on different factors, and you look at it from a probability standpoint. So I personally been saying, based on the data, I believe the higher probabilities that we're still in the bull market, and I present that data to you guys. One such is, of course, gold being a leading indicator, and it has been corrected, so you can expect rotation from gold into the stock market and then into crypto, of course. Gold on the daily chart, we are seeing the RSI heading towards the oversold zone. It's not there yet, and the bears are in control. So the MACD shows that. If you flip from bulls to bears. So this, once again, another leading indicator. If you look at the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, they're all still showing signs of strength here, and it's all following global liquidity. Global liquidity is certainly one of the big factors that we've been tracking, and it still shows we have more to go here. Now, it's not the only factor, right? You can't just look at 1, 2, or 3, that multiple, and I often share with about 8 to 10 of you guys, and it can't be just charts. It has to be on-chain data, it has to be macro factors, because what the Fed is doing and liquidity and all these things affect markets, right? So we want to look at different factors. All right, moving ahead, folks, we have huge news. This is incredible. T. Rowe Price files to launch an active crypto ETF in a strategic pivot. The $1.8 trillion mutual fund giant is seeking SEC approval for its first crypto ETF, making a bold move in digital assets. They're all bending the knee, like you can see Charles Schwab, E-Trade, Morgan Stanley, Vanguard, right? Even the naysayers are bending the knee, and it's amazing to see all these Wall Street TradFi firms. It's what we've been saying for years. I've been talking about this since 2018, 2019. Now these things are coming to fruition, and this is going to bring in more capital into the asset class. So there's still money to be made here, folks. You got to be patient, though, right? These things are now getting set up, and more capital will flow in. Let me give you some details here. So T. Rowe Price has filed an S1 form with the SEC to launch the T. Rowe Price Active Crypto ETF. The firm, which manages over $1.8 trillion in assets, is traditionally known for its mutual funds. And analysts saying the filing could signal a coming land rush for active crypto ETFs. Here's what Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, said. Semi-shocked. T. Rowe Price just filed for an active crypto ETF. They are a top 5 active manager by assets, mostly mutual funds. Did not expect it, but I get it. There's going to be a land rush for this space too. Major Racy said, can't overstate the significance of T. Rowe Price filing for an actively managed crypto ETF out of left field. T. Rowe is the quintessential legacy asset manager founded in 1937. They manage some $1.8 trillion in assets, but just got involved with ETF in 2024. folks. I mean, I don't think I need to say anything further, right? All Wall Street's bending the knee here, and I hope you recognize what's happening and why you have to be patient and why you have to have the macro view on this asset class. A lot of people get caught up in the daily and impatient and they get emotional about the volatility, but this is all part of the course of investing, right? We can't control some of these things that are happening out there, like Trump announcing tariffs and the whale manipulating the market with the short with some inside information and so forth. But those things eventually get priced in accordingly, and then we come out of the hole and we move on. I've been here.
We got to get to $100 per.
Don't get me wrong, I don't like when my portfolio is down, of course, but I've been telling you guys I've been buying in the bear market, so my portfolio is up despite these pullbacks. I can exit the market today and be in really good profit. Obviously, I believe it's further upside, so I'm not liquidating my assets. I'm not in a rush to get the money right now. Obviously, I have plans, but if you understand what I'm saying, I'm not desperate. Based on the data, my research here, and everything that's going on, I believe it's got more upside. Now, folks, a great place you can invest in crypto and precious metals like gold and silver is on iTrust Capital, and it will allow you to get amazing tax exemption. So iTrust Capital allows you to invest via an IRA, and you can trade 24/7 from that IRA. There's low cost, no monthly fee, and you can roll over your existing 401k or IRA to iTrust's self-directed IRA, and you can trade all the top crypto assets, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, and much more. In fact, they have over 80 crypto assets, and they also have a premium custody account, which I believe is the second safest option to self-custody. So I believe in self-custody, but this is a great option because they use top-tier crypto custodial services like Coinbase Prime, which BlackRock uses, Fidelity, Fireblocks, and much more. So you can rest assured your assets are safe. And like I said, you can invest in both crypto and precious metals. So this gives you an amazing option and tons of tax benefits, especially if you have a long-term view on crypto asset class and gold and silver and so forth. You can use iTrust Capital. So I have an account with them. So if you use my link, which will be in the description, you can get $100 for it. So check out iTrust Capital. This is a great option for investing in crypto assets and precious metals. So check out the link in the description. Now, folks, I don't know if you may have heard this news, but President Trump has pardoned former Binance CEO CZ, he's also the founder, of course. Trump said he wasn't guilty and was persecuted by the Biden administration. Now, there's a lot of controversy here because, I'm going to get into all the political details, but I'll give my perspective. I've been around, like I said, since 2016. I interviewed CZ a couple times back in 2018, 2019-ish. And, back in the day, it was the Wild West. A lot of crypto companies weren't doing like KYC, AML. So Binance getting fined by the regulators makes sense, right? Like, hey, you guys didn't set up the proper things. Okay. But CZ never stole people's money. He never laundered money. It's not like we're talking Sam Bankman-Fried here or Alex Mashinsky at Celsius. So CZ never did those things. And I think the Biden administration threw him into jail for 30 days. He shouldn't have. But should Binance have gotten fined? Yes, right? But we know it was a big political show with Elizabeth Warren and much more. So I think this pardon is warranted because, again, CZ did not steal people's money. He did not launder money. Now, again, they didn't set up KYC, AML, and the Bank Secrecy Act and all that stuff. Yes. And he got a huge, severe penalty, right? That's done with. So Elizabeth Warren and some folks are trying to politicice this. And it's a bit hypocritical, Elizabeth Warren, right? But I'm not going to go into all the political details, but I'm just giving you my 2 cents and my perspective having been in the industry. Now, if Trump were to pardon Sam Bankman-Fried, I would be very upset about that. Or even Alex Mashinsky, because those guys actually committed crimes.
Cool, now it's
lying to
low.
people and much more, right? I think we all know what happened there. So FYI on this, and we'll see if Democrats use this. I hope they don't, and they realize that, look, CZ got fined, and he went to jail for 30 days. Okay, right? Like, what the hell are we talking about here? So hopefully Elizabeth Warren doesn't go nuts. But
so we got like $21 in that.
Something interesting is coming out from the American Bankers Association. They're starting to see
we got $20.95 in it.
We're trying to change the Genius Act because it
made 44 cents so far.
On exchanges like Uphold or Coinbase and others on stablecoins, right? Because
for free money, that's pretty nice.
We all know that. They pocket a lot of the money and the interest and so forth, and they don't give you anything. And all of a sudden, oh, we're not trying to change anything. This is about the community banks.
But usually, you want to buy something that's going to make you more
coins. They continue to give us BS interest and yield, right? And now we have an option, and the banks are trying to stop that. They try to stop the competition. Let me play a clip for you.
So I think we're making great headway, actually, in demonstrating why this is an important issue. And this is not about relitigating.
I should have bought something else.
This is about ensuring banks continue to be positioned to support their communities. And how
I think Fish is going to be our Bitcoin. Crypto.com's Bitcoin. So,
the notion
because
around being a stable coin, that it should be a means of payment and not a store of value. But two, this prohibition that Congress clearly set that we already talked about not paying interest on these things. And so that there's, I don't know, how do you feel, Jess? I mean, there's lots of good momentum here.
No, I totally agree. I feel like this is not an easy fight. It's a very low resource.
Fish.
But we have voted for it.
I could just went right here.
This is about what's good for banks. This is about what's good for communities. Banks take deposits and
Dummy.
loans. That's what we do. And fewer deposits mean fewer loans. And most times, that's not good. It's really have to pick between friends.
Fish is currently at 100,000.
Can you believe that, folks? How dare you go earn higher yield outside of these banks? You must stay at your bank so they can keep pocketing the majority of the funds and not give it any to you or give you the breadcrumbs, right? So these banks can go after themselves.
Right? Am I seeing this wrong? Yeah, 100,000. All right, so it's currently at 100,000.
So that's why you saw Elizabeth Warren doing the JD
So
holding hearings to attack crypto and much more. We know, right?
I should have bought that.
That's the game, but look, disruptions that we're we see a lot of them right now.
Just stack with one there.
Trading much more, but they
At
lost.
least.
They have lost, and they're still trying to scramble, right? But now they're starting to say the quiet part out loud. Oh, no, don't disrupt this. We need to stay in power. Get the hell out of here. Now, speaking of
I got a stake in two though, so and it's at 90%.
So they said your tokenized deposits launch. Vantage Bank and Custodian Bank announced launch of tokenized deposits for U.S. banks.
I got a stake in.
Solution
It's
and
not
integrates
much.
tokenized deposits and stablecoins directly into traditional online banking environments. Caitlin says,
Well,
this has
it's better
been
than
more than
nothing.
5 years. We were the first
$34.
commissionless blockchain in the U.S.
It's already made me 21 cents in 2 days.
This is really great. You have these companies and crypto-friendly banks that are able to do things.
And it's active for a month and 9 days. And the rate is 94%. It was at 100.
So
105
a lot of tokenized deposits in addition to stablecoins.
2 days ago or something like
and
that.
recently we heard the Fed,
But-
just this week, that they want to give the master account light version now to different companies.
I'm not spending my own money.
So again, the banks have lost, right? The big banks I'm talking about now, the ones that control the majority of the payments and finances, like your JP Morgan and others. So pretty amazing the progress that's being made here. Now we have some news around Algorand. Some people are saying, hey, you haven't covered Algorand.
So what I do is I look
if I don't see major news and I don't cover it. So Algorand
to see
Foundation
if I
says partnership with the World
can
Chess
harvest some of those coins.
is renewed and stronger than ever.
What I mean is,
innovation and loyalty and identity in sports, starting with the Tower
you start a
of
farm,
Chess
right?
loyalty program
It's a
built
farm.
Intermezzo. So this is interesting.
So then,
Rewards
after a
and
while,
gamification and,
your
loyalty points, all kinds of things.
fruits start to,
This is certainly the direction the world's heading in.
or your
So
plants
really
start to
good stuff here.
sprout,
Also, Stacey Warden,
and I could
who is the
harvest
CEO of
them
Algorand Foundation. She attended the Federal Reserve Innovative Payments Conference.
and restake
You
them.
can see Algorand in the mix here. She took a photo here with the Fed Governor Christopher Waller.
But I gotta bond it,
Let's see what Algorand can do here, folks. I still hold some Algo tokens, not much, but
and I don't want to bond it
I'll put it that way. Legacies and activity here, and here, like this is the second. If there's big news, I will cover it, but it has to be significant news.
because it
Folks,
costs
that's the
money
news
to
here. Let me know
bond.
what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. If you appreciate this content, please subscribe. My free email newsletter is 100% free. It's on Substack. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital, and my course at moneycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you everything about
I'm gonna send
folks, I
that
appreciate you all, and I thank you
2
for
back
tuning in, and I'll
or
watch you all.
1 back. 1.3. 19 cents I'm sending back to myself.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Think
And
Crypto
we will
Podcast, your home
restate
for cryptocurrency
that.
news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on
Because
podcast
it's
platforms,
not
Spotify or
good
Apple,
to
please
me
leave a comment
if
and
it's
review.
just
Folks, before we get into the price
chilling.
here, I want to talk about what I'm seeing on the Bitcoin chart because the MACD on the daily chart is about to flip bullish. Bitcoin currently trading over $111,000.
I'm gonna send
As
it
I
to
said, we're not out of the bull market as yet. I know these
Oasis.
law talk has happened, and I've given various factual data, signals, and much more. This is not about emotions or feelings. We want to be educated about the data and the charts. And what I'm seeing on the chart once again, guys, is that the MACD is about to flip bullish. So let's see how things play out. We do have to give it time, and of course, expect volatility. Expect
So
variance. Expect
now,
that potentially the price could roll over and go test 101,000, right?
I got
He's going to have a guarantee.
2.5 more coins until I'm at.
First of all, we're going to look at the data, look at the macro, and see what it's telling us. And I believe it's bullish narrative here. Bitcoin monthly chart still shows that bulls are in firm control despite the short-term volatility. S&P 500, if they
Come over here and mess up
so,
everything.
rotational liquidity.
You know
Whether it
that?
has been corrected
Every
or not,
time.
whether that's a local or blow off top, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I don't want
All of
you
a
on
sudden,
my
S&P
face.
500
I don't want you on my
Right?
face.
We're starting to see other stock market indexes like the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones and the Russell and all these things start to wake up. Rotational liquidity and we are in a macro bull market for all asset classes. So that's why you're seeing real estate, crypto, stocks, precious metals all getting to all-time highs. Look at the past 2 years in charts and you'll see it, right? The data. Again, no feelings, no emotions here. I
So
understand
20
people get very emotional about
so
these things. I understand they have money. I understand they want to make money. I understand the volatility bothers people.
3
But
coins
I'm
just
emphasizing
about.
that so
I'll
we can
have.
market from a data perspective and not be emotional and not be in a roller coaster ride. It will really help as you get more educated about these things, right? So S&P 500 getting all-time highs,
2600.
and guys, we've seen the story before. Crypto's gonna follow, right?
26,000.
In addition, global liquidity, which is one of the macro factors that we're looking at, that's a leading indicator that shows we still have room to run here. So if all these assets are following,
I'm so mad I had to restart.
catch up. Here's something that crypto wizard here talked about was very interesting. It's along the lines of Bitcoin dominance as well as the Russell 2000. So he says, we'll break down next. The liquidity story is coming. Bitcoin dominance gets centered. So one of the factors we've been highlighting why the top is not in, Bitcoin dominance has not collapsed like we've seen in the past, right? Where Bitcoin goes in the past.
Alright, so now let's go dig for something else.
So he adds here, the Russell is trying to break while the Bitcoin dominance is on the verge of a monthly shooting star. Each time this happens, faults explode. Crisis brings opportunity. So again, data showing us. So we're seeing multiple
I can't.
still screaming bull market despite the short-term volatility. And also we've had some wild swings in the market due to the tariff news, of course. And
I didn't mean to do that.
Despite the short-term volatility and some outflows, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, they bought another 976 Bitcoin, and now they now hold over 804,000 Bitcoin. So
Excuse me.
inflows still showing accumulation. Now today I put out a newsletter covering a lot of this, guys, that what Bitcoin has been doing is testing the resistance levels from December, and it's building support off that. We've seen this time and time again, and there's just a strong case, guys, of this bull market continuing. Again,
I don't need you. I'm good.
probability, but I do
I'm
need
good, bro.
scenario
I'm
has a higher
good.
probability of playing
I'm
out. So
good.
let's see what the
Thank
next
you.
couple of weeks bring us.
I'm good. I said I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good, bro.
Trump
I'm
and
alright.
China, the US and China, the tariff
I'll
situation
be alright.
resolving, and the Fed,
promise you.
Powell last week that they're going to ramp down quantitative
You
tightening.
heard me. I promise you. I'll be alright.
Later. And I've often stated, the
Thank
market
you.
just needs a signal. A dovish signal from the Fed saying, hey, at some point, let's say early 2026, we're going to go back to
Dog, you brought back up.
quantitative easing. That's all the market needs to know, right? Markets are forward-looking. And in addition, you have the crypto market structure bill. That would be a huge.
I just brought you outside and you want to do everything but go to the bathroom. You want to look at every bag that was sitting in the freaking grass, every cat that you wanted to sit there and
there's also the SEC approving the Bitcoin ETF.
wanted to sit there and stare at it.
So in addition to the data points and signals and metrics,
It was cold outside, bro. I'm not trying to sit outside.
Yes, I want to make money, but I'm also not a fool. If I see something that is detrimental to the market or invalidates all of this, I'm going to be here, guys. It's over, right? Something is completely different. Let's see what our new strategy is going to be. But that's not what I'm
Get
saying.
out of my
Just like I
face.
told you guys earlier this year with the big tariff sell-off and crash. This is not the end of the
Go
world.
somewhere.
You know, people were screaming at me.
Get out of here.
Trump did this, blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, the data is just telling me here that despite this,
You know what you need?
a lot of fear.
You need a
structure is still
job.
in place, right? So This is why, folks, I am
He's
not
gonna
scared,
do.
I'm not worried. If there was something to be worried about, I've often stated,
Talk to me like
I
that.
will turn bearish when this market pops out. So just be ready for that day. But today is not that day. All right, folks, this episode is brought to you by VeChain, which is one of the top layer 1 enterprise blockchains out there. VeChain is working with many brands and companies around the world to build Web3 technology. Some of the key features of the VeChain blockchain includes its secure,
The
affordable,
only
stable,
bad
stable,
thing
stable,
about
stable,
this is
stable,
that
stable,
you get addicted. You just want to sit there and just make trades all the time.
I don't know about outside. So lots of great things happening with this blockchain ecosystem.
So stupid ass to go to the bathroom this time.
Now, folks, we have some very big news coming out from Bloomberg. Here's the
Why I
headline.
gotta go walk more because you didn't want to do your job the first time, huh? How come I gotta go suffer because you don't want to do your job the first time, huh?
They are tokenizing.
Like that?
They're doing so much, and it's amazing. This is why the saying goes, watch
Me
the
too.
what they say. So they
Why?
for years, food and retail, while they've been building a position, and all of Wall Street's here. So let me give you some more details here. So investment banking giant JP Morgan Chase plans to let institutional clients use their Bitcoin and Ether holdings as collateral for loans by year end. According to a report by Bloomberg, the tokens pledged under the global program will be safeguarded
Nobody
by
like you,
Ethereum
bro.
and extends JP Morgan's earlier move to accept crypto-linked ETFs as loan collateral. Huge news, guys, and we know they're going to go beyond Bitcoin. It starts with Bitcoin, ETH, and then it expands other coins. Now, what's going to be interesting, I think we're in the early stages of these crypto assets. Eventually, if you hold crypto, you'll be able to use it to get loans as well, whether it's for a mortgage or car loan, whatever it is. So I think that's down the road, right? I think you can see the direction the puck's heading in here. So very bullish news, and expect the other Wall Street players to do the same. Game theory will play out here. Now, speaking of banks, look at this. Zelle weighs stablecoin configuration to expand its $1 trillion payments network abroad. Everybody's building and adopting the crypto.
Wanna go outside?
We think this is all a scam. They
On
don't.
tour?
They haven't gotten past. They
Wanna go outside?
haven't gotten to the facts. They haven't educated
Wanna go
themselves.
outside?
You're here. You understand what the hell's happening. And consider yourself lucky because we're seeing the biggest institutions in the world adopting this technology.
She
So
said,
why
I do.
the U.S. payment network Zelle is eyeing
I
international
do.
expansion utilizing stablecoin technology, according to a statement from Friday. There's a quote: Zelle transformed how Americans send money at home. Now we're beginning to work.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you away for free.
Some customers send money to and from
I'm gonna
the
give you away for free.
CEO Cameron Fowler said, "Our goal is to bring the
One of y'all
trust
gotta
and
go.
Zelle to consumers
I don't even
with
handle one of
international
y'all.
needs." Early warning services operate
You
Zelle.
wanna go?
Said this initiative,
I'll get rid of the big ass one. This one will be less annoying.
Zelle has been exploring issuing its own stablecoin. We know the benefits of blockchain and stablecoins, instant settlement, 24/7 trading, the ability to do these things, more trust, more transparency, borderless.
Should I get rid of you?
Right? That's why these companies are capitulating because the old system.
You wanna go?
So they have to. This is the future. Now, more banks,
You wanna go?
that's
I'll
why
let
Bitcoin lending-
let the big one go first.
So these banks and institutions-
Big one can go first. You can go first, nigga. You can go first. I'll get rid of you first, nigga. Even though I like you the most, I'll get rid of you first. Ah, you keep punching me. See, that's why I just want to get rid of you because you keep punching me in my fucking.
Distributed key management ensures that the assets cannot be freely confiscated. Savings clients can take out fiat loans backed by Bitcoin and setup that requires 3 of 5 key holders to authorize any transaction, allowing borrowers to track and verify their collateral directly. So I love that they can still have access, right? The control is split up here. So I love this model. But JP Morgan, news I just shared. And look, it's maybe too early to criticize JP Morgan, but I hope JP Morgan does this where you don't lose complete
Your
control
baby
of
teeth
your
can't
assets.
win.
So let's see what they're
You can't win.
Guys, what is this?
You can't win, Rocky.
Come here, folks. This is what we're doing. Now, today, folks at Ripple confirmed that they have completed their acquisition of Moody, which is a massive, huge acquisition for Ripple. We're pleased to share that our acquisition of Hidden Road is officially complete. Ripple is the first crypto company to own and operate a global multi-asset prime broker, bringing the promise of digital assets to institutional customers at scale. We knew this was happening, right? Because the news of the acquisition was announced months ago. But what Ripple CEO Greg House said today is very bullish for XRP. He said, with today's
You
close
are
of Hidden Road,
definitely
now Ripple Prime, Ripple has
boxer.
5 major acquisitions across the
Chewbacca.
Treasury last week, railed in August, standard custody point.
Do your Chewbacca noise.
As we continue to build solutions towards enabling an internet of value, I remind you that XRP sits in the center of the global value.
Chewbacca.
Very bullish. This is you guys. And
Chewbacca.
Ledger, and have
Chewbacca.
You know, there's some people who are very good at using, oh, everybody has to use XRP. No, they simply just have to use XRP Ledger because that gives the network more value and of course it's native token. It's the actual reason as well. Network effect. And I talk about this, you're getting good, you're not very much happening because you're ETH itself, but as they're using the network, ETH gets released, so to speak, ETH value goes up, the network goes up, right? More participants, yada yada. So study that concept, network effects, and understand what I'm talking about here. So, the people have to use XRP Ledger, right? Legally, they have to use XRP Ledger. That's the point of the network. It's the value for the evaluation of the said blockchain network and of course the token. So this is really good, and great to see Brad giving you the
He started growling when he come around. I see.
to nominate SEC's pro-crypto Mike Zulek as the PC chair. So, inside here,
You don't do punk, man. Yeah, what's up? What's up?
But let's see if we can get confirmed sooner or later, but here's some details. Zulek currently serves as the SEC Commission's crypto task force chief counsel and senior advisor to the PC chair. You can't get more complicated than that, right? As you know, everything's going on already, so it's not like you have to be brought up to speed. I think this is a very solid pick. Moving ahead, Rumble, the video platform offers the tenants that had Bitcoin Cash and content creators. Now, I personally do use Rumble for content, right? It's not a huge following there, but the problem is I use Rumble, but I do use Rumble because I know there's an audience there. So this is really great, though. This is really good. So Rumble has teamed up with Bitcoin and Bitcoin tipping. Poblowski, CEO Chris Poblowski, set on stage at the planning forum in Switzerland. So he says right now,
2 o'clock.
we're going to start rolling back out alongside other peers. I love it, guys. This is here. Now, look at this. Tide regulators and world iris scanning site and latest headache percent open. So just talking about the WorldCoin, and you guys know how I feel about WorldCoin, right? I like the mission, but the way they're going about it with these opinion iris scan, that is not, I'm not a fan of that, right? I've spoken about it a lot, and that's my personal feelings, and you don't have to agree with me, but I don't like that. And one of the things I said was, where is the independent audit to say they're not doing anything nefarious or bad or violating the behavior thing? They're doing some different countries and people are getting coins.
You know, last year at this time I was
These are things that have been not personally invested in the
hanging out with two dogs that looked almost exactly like these two.
I said, I don't like that, and I said the government's a lot of them are push back.
Thor was bigger. I mean, obviously he's a puppy. I mean, he's still a puppy. So, but I had a mastiff and a little hot dog, black hot dog, just like these dogs. Brindle and a black hot dog. And sure enough, look at what I got.
I've not seen this concern addressed completely, and I said, and again, needs
A little hot dog and a tan, brown, whatever, brindle. Ain't that funny? My favorite dog was the boxer. My dad got rid of it. And then I got another boxer. And I used to have dreams all the time about a freaking hot dog Rottweiler. A little Rottweiler. I don't know why I kept dreaming about a little Rottweiler. Sure enough, look at this motherfucker. Acts just like a little Rottweiler. He just don't let me small. Attitude, everything. If you see him right now, he's fighting. He's the leader. He's leading this fight. Little rat. Ankle biter. But he's the most vicious one.
So right now, Bitcoin, an update from yesterday's podcast, has dropped below the 200 average. That's the bull market analysis. Often stated, we are comfortably above that. You are in bull market. We are below it in a down market. Now, we've seen throughout this bull market that Bitcoin has dipped below but recovered. So what we want to see, folks, is Bitcoin recover after. The good thing is that the RSI is at below 35. In fact, on Thursday, the daily chart, we can go below 30 because we actually saw that earlier this year with the tariff sell-off, right, where everyone was panicking and selling, and that drop was bigger, and it happened over a longer time frame of months, and people were like, oh my god, that's a Trump crash the money and so forth, right? I think a lot of people don't actually remember because they wouldn't be freaked out as much about what's happening now. So on the daily, the MACD shows here that we can see the MACD running solid red to light red. So if you know this metric and the signal, you know that when you're solid, that's a very strong indicator. When you're getting lighter, that's a weaker indicator. So we're seeing some positive signs. I'm not right. I'm not saying it's too bad. That's not what I'm saying. We're close to it, and we have to look at the time when it play out. And then for Bitcoin on the monthly chart,
You don't stop.
That's one thing that's a big factor as to why the bull market is not over. In addition, October usually is a pretty much year following a Bitcoin halving. So we have Bitcoin halving last year, 2024. The data shows us that Octobers are usually good. So could October recover? It's possible, but it's not. So your analyst crypto currently said rough first half of October for Bitcoin. Right now we're at negative 6.0, 6.02%. So let's see what happens. Now the other factor I'm highlighting as to why this is if you look at the top of the market, these Bitcoin has not recovered over the last week before. But right now it's actually going back up. So that makes sense. It is slowly but surely creeping its way back up. So where's that big collapse? Right? Where is it? It's not like you previous market cycles, and the sentiment doesn't match this. It's not like that at all.
All right, I'm gonna bring these dogs out.
USDT dominant.